I'm going to share with you how I created my burlap wreath using a coat hanger or a hanger. I picked these up at a local dry cleaners and they gave them to me for free. So, and I did receive a whole bunch because at the time I had a other project I was going to do with them, but ended up not. So what we need to do is we need to unwind this like that. And then what I normally do is I clip off the top hanger part here, like that. And then we just want to bend out. Now usually a vice grip works really good with doing this, but you can use your hands to work with it. It's going to kind of knock everything off your table if your table's not cleaned off. But I'm just going to bend this out. I broke my vice grip, believe it or not, a while back. So, and the other one is just way too big to put in here, so I'm just going to do it by hand. And what you want to do is you want to try to create a circle with these. And I'm keeping those little things because it's going to make it easier when you close this circle like that. Okay? So, what I want to do, I'm not going to permanently close this, but I do want to get it so that it's kind of closed so that I can get this formed into something that looks kind of like a wreath. And when you have the burlap on it, you can also play with it once you've got it bent into the shape you want. This is kind of a circle here, so okay, so once you have your circle, then you take this apart and you're going to thread your burlap. So now I got the red burlap from Craft Supplies for You and the this burlap from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this together like this. And then I'm going to weave this back and forth onto this. And I'm going to kind of try to go zigzag. Like I'm going to try to like twist it so that you get, you know, back and forth so you get some different, you know, looks to it. And like I said, you might want to clean your table off because, you know, the wire's going to throw around itself around the table. So just like that. So I'm just zigzagging back and forth with this and hope that I have enough because I did use this for another wreath. I just didn't record how to do this, so, and that's just what you do. You just go back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so I'm out of the chevron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on with just the red. And I'm just going to finish up with the red, and then I'll cut my wire so that my wreath is smaller. I think what we're going to end up doing is a small wreath. But I basically just wanted to show you how to do this. You know, I did my wreath already with the material, so. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this over here. And I'm going to see, because we don't want any of the wire showing when we do this, so I'm going to cut a little more. There. I'll be right back. And all I'm doing here is fluffing it up. You know, trying to pull the burlap so that it's not, your wire's not showing. Okay, so here I have my, my candy canes. I just picked these up at the dollar store in a package of 6. And I'm going to just hit them a little bit with hot glue. Hopefully they'll stay together long enough for me to get the bells tied around them. But I want to tie these bells around here. I'm not sure how well this is going to work with only 2 hands, so then I have some raffia here, and I think this is going to be like my bow. I think I'm going to do this as a bow on top, so let's see if I can get this to see if I can just tie this, and then maybe I can play with it. This is pretty tricky. Okay, that's not the way I want it. I want it down here. Okay, you know what? I'm going to, I think the easiest way to do this is to glue this to the, and I'll use, I'll make sure I leave an opening. This way it's got some stability here, like this. that. Okay, now we can get these. I want to wrap these around, if they would stay in place. Let's see. Kind of hard to do glue on these because it's metal. But I'm going to try to wrap this in. I think what I'll do, if I can get this. If I can get this threaded just enough so I can get it through. There we go. Here. And then I'll be able to tie it back here. And then I'll just flip it over. I can take this out. I can tie this like this. Just want to make sure that it's not like that. And then we're going to make a bow out of this. I'm just wrapping it around a few times. And then I'm going to, this is going to be my bow. So I'm going to wrap this around here, and cut it down here, and then kind of put it through there. And then we have that, like that. And then this is going to sit on top of here. My glue gun mess off of here. I'm just going to stick a little glue there so that he stays up there. And how simple is that? And you can cut your strings in the back so you don't see them. And then I'm going to take a piece of, I don't have one here with me, but I'm going to take some ribbon. I'll probably use some red ribbon so that I can hang it. So look at that, easy peasy, beautiful. Well, anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Have a great day.